She said, I pray every night that the girls stay close and have a true relationship with God on their own and get to know Him. It's the most important thing that I personally think you. Okay, peace, family. My name is Christina Victoria, and I'm back with another one as I try to absorb some of the last rays of sun for the day. And today I wanted to talk about prayer and this awesome article I found about Serena Williams, tennis champion, who was on the cover of Glamour Magazine. And she did this amazing interview talking about her faith and her prayer life and how it's really kept her grounded throughout her life, especially with so much fame and success. So, as always, I love you guys. Before we get into this, I wish you abundant life, love, joy, peace, and prosperity, family. But not only to you, to your loved ones, to your communities, and even to them folk, because we bless everyone and curse no one. So I wanted to ask you guys this question, which is, do you pray for the people around you? Do you pray for your family members? Do you pray for your friends? Do you pray for your community? And I ask this question because I know a lot of us, we like the tea, we like the gossip, we like to hear about what's going on around town, what this person did, what that person did, and with who. But, I think a lot of times we can get caught up in the talking, but are not always actually praying for people. We're not always actually like wishing them well or trying to use our effort to do intercessory prayer on behalf of others who might be struggling or going through something. And so I really wanted to talk about prayer and how, truly a legend of our time, Serena Williams, is a lifelong Christian and has made prayer a central aspect of her life. And I feel like, a lot of times when we hear about celebrities and people who, have high profiles, we're always seeing, the media wants to always show the worst that they've done and the negative side of things. And I think it's just amazing that she's on the cover and that they're really highlighting something very, very positive after she just had her second baby with her husband. And they're very grounded and prayerful. And she was talking about praying for her daughters. And so she said, I pray every night that the girls stay close and have a true relationship with God on their own and get to know Him. It's the most important thing that I personally think you can do. She hopes that exposing them to faith, she can show them that their extraordinarily blessed existence isn't theirs in a way. It's God's. They have to earn their faith. And so I just thought this was so beautiful to hear, that someone on that level talks about her faith. Of all the things she could be talking about, that's what she's talking about. And she said that, her faith is the one thing that's kept her grounded this whole time, especially with getting famous and wealthy so early in her life. That stuff can really change who you are as a person. And I didn't want to change. And so it turns out that Serena Williams is a Jehovah's Witness, and I'm not a Jehovah's Witness. No shade on the Jehovah's Witnesses, but this isn't about the denomination. I realize that a lot of Christians want to get into this kind of like we're right, they're wrong, we're right, they're wrong. I think God really cares more about the heart space. The intention behind it, more than God cares about the specifics of whether our our doctrine is exactly correct. I think that's kind of what Jesus came to teach us was don't get caught up in these minutia. It's about your heart. It's about loving God and loving one another. And so I don't want to get caught up in the fact that she's a Jehovah's Witness, but just simply the fact that like prayer is an essential part of her life, and she's one of the most successful people arguably in the world at what she does, and how important that is. I think a lot of people in the public eye don't really want to talk about their faith, and it's polarizing. I get it's polarizing, having started to, having been a yoga teacher for a number of years, and all of a sudden being like, hey y'all, did you guys know that I'm a Christian? I know I never talked about it. I haven't talked about it in years, and I didn't talk about it for years because it's so polarizing. I've seen when I teach a class, you can say God a little bit. Some people will be weirded out by even the word God. They like the word spirit, or they like alternative words like divine, right? Divine and spirit are very safe words. Okay. When she starts saying like God, she said God. Why is she talking about God? And then don't start getting to say Jesus. Jesus. There. I learned that there's power in the name Jesus. because when you use the name, it's just triggering people. Just all of a sudden they get very upset sometimes just from hearing that name. And I find that there really is power in, certain practices. Depending on what you do, there really is power in it. And a lot of us, I think, in society, at least American society, have shied away from talking about our faith because, everything has become so polarized. And I feel like Christians have really gotten a bad rap for a lot of reasons and have been demonized for a lot of reasons. And I think all of us have been encouraged to just kind of like secularize, just make everything generic, everything inclusive of everyone. But, some things, you can't compromise on it. And so I wanted to, just before I wrap up, because I want this to be short, is really talk about the power of prayer and of intercessory prayer, because this is something that has really been changing my life. And I just want to share it with you all as I kind of use current events to kind of talk about real things, and real principles in life. And so every single word we say is a prayer, okay? Every single word we say is a prayer. And this is something that I had to really continue to have to fix my mouth, okay? Fix my mouth. Proverbs says, life and death are in the power of the tongue. And, there's a long time ago I made a video, like, don't accidentally curse yourself with your words. And sometimes, I because I have fallen into this, of just kind of like trying to be realistic or saying, well, this is just what it is, it is this way, but we have to pray in the spirit the things that we wish to be. Sometimes we can affirm what is, and that actually denies what could be, what God wants to do. And so we have to be really careful with what we say out of our mouths. Most people are not aware of this, or are not aware of the power of our words. And, I think it really is one of the benefits of Christianity, is it teaches you the power of speaking specific words, okay? And being really mindful of what you say at all times. Am I speaking curses upon myself? Am I speaking curses upon others? Or am I speaking blessings upon myself and blessings upon others? And especially when you start to become mindful of the words you're already speaking, you can increasingly begin to transform any negative speech that you might have into positive speech. And when you do that, that's how you pray, is by simply praying, God, bless my day, bless those around me. I heard that something is going on with someone in my community. I pray that they would have safe travels. I pray that they would have a financial windfall. I pray that whatever is afflicting them, that the chains would break off of them, And I say that because I feel like a lot of us fall into this trap of gossip and like talking about each other and sharing, the tea. And too few people are really focused on intercessory prayer. And it's one thing, it's good to pray for our family members. I think a lot of us do pray for our family members, for our mothers, our husbands, wives, children. But are you also praying for your neighbors? Are you also praying for, the people that you work with, that difficult person at work that it keeps giving you problems? Like, have you tried to pray for that person? Have you tried to pray for whatever's going on in their life that's making them treat you that way? Right? Like, and I think it's like almost like a train. Like, the more of us that get on this train of really praying, saying positive words, intentionally positive words, saying fewer negative words, and intentionally entering into the spirit realm and praying for each other, I think this world really will change for the better, which is why I know it might be annoying, but I don't care. Like, I'm determined to send well wishes every single day. Like, you see, it's late in the day that I finally had a chance to sit down and record this, because I'm determined on some level to do this every day and to send something positive your way into the world, and to send positive affirmations and well wishes into the world, because I think it's that important. And I think it's important for all of us to relearn. I think a lot of us just forget. We forget how important our words are. And so this is just, an encouragement to myself and to others. Like, do you pray? Do you pray for others? And are you aware of how powerful your words are at all times? And use that to your advantage. Use that to your advantage by speaking life over yourself, by speaking life over your day, by speaking life over the month. I pray that I'm going to have a successful and beautiful, miraculous week and month, and I pray that my neighbors will have free flowing weeks. You know what I'm saying? I pray that those people that I work with will be at peace and joy in their home, so that when they come and interact with me, they're also happy, right? I pray that all of the people that are driving today will have safe travels, right? Not just that I have safe travels, but like, and you start to see how interconnected we really are. And I think if we really start a train of more people praying for each other, I think we will, in the spiritual realm, begin to really transform the world for the better. And so I just had to throw that out there. A quick little short video. If you are here, please make sure to comment something just to let me know that you were here. Hi, friends. I'm so happy for all of you guys who watch every day. And also to those of you who are new, welcome. It's great to meet you. I'm Christina. And again, if you've never commented, if you've been watching, I know some of y'all watch and don't comment. So if you would, please comment so that I can see that you're here and say hello. As always, I love you guys so much. I wish that you would have a miracle-filled, happy, and healed day. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.